Well, good morning from my last day in Xi'an. It's now 8:45. I have a couple of hours before my train. Tempted to go down to Happiness City, which is just here in between the highway, which I ended up in last night randomly. I got off the train here and I went out the wrong exit, but anyway, it's beside the point. Point is, I might go there. I might just get a Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks, it's pretty crappy. But I can't use the other app for the Looking Coffee place, and it's kind of the only option I have with the time that I've got before. I have to get the train from there or the subway from there to the train station, and then the train to Chengdu. So yeah, that might be the plan. Also, I've changed my booking in Chengdu. So I'd originally booked a little budget single room in some place that, don't ask where because I don't remember, but I've actually changed it to a hostel. I know the luxury of a hotel room has come to an end, but the thing is, this place had a great rating, and I have, maybe if I meet a couple of Westerners there, I'll be able to get a couple of ideas for places to go. So that's what I'm hoping anyway. Works out at €4 a night. So I mean, look, if it's not great, too bad, whatever. But anyway, that's the plan. Might go get coffee. I have to pack up real quick. A few bits that I didn't pack after my shower. So yeah, let's get a move on. Buy projector that I couldn't use because it's all in Chinese. The stuff they provide and it is just Chinese. So yeah. Audio visual wasn't much of an upgrade. Arrived at the train station now, so I just need to go toilet first, then figure out what platform I'm going to, and then wait for the train. 40 minutes left, so usually the train arrives about 15 minutes before departure time, so it gives me enough time just to organise myself. Big train station though. Check out the train stations here, it's like a bloody airport. There's 33 platforms on this. 33, isn't that crazy? Security was quite quick. I had to go through the manual channel because if you don't have a Chinese ID you have to go through it, but usually there's only a couple of people queuing up for that, so you nearly have priority boarding, you know what I mean? Anyway, I've got 25 minutes left, so that's plenty of time. Well, I've made it to the city of Chengdu. 3.5 hour train journey later. The less said about that train journey, the better. First half of it was perfect. Great, no problems, comfortable, everyone was quiet. Second half of it, oh. People that got on, like, honestly, the noise of the phones blasting out TikToks, like, oh, it's ridiculous. I'll make a little video about the bad things about China soon, because there's certainly a lot of them. A lot of people don't seem to talk about, but I'm on my way to check in now, so let's hope I can find the place. All checked in, bag put away. Nice hostel actually. The guy that checked me in was a nice guy, good English. We just had a laugh with him for a few minutes after I checked in. He just kind of recommended a couple of places to go if I'm looking for food, so that's what I'm currently doing now. Behind this area here is a temple. It's a monastery actually, but I can't go into it now because it closed at, it is closing at 5, it's closed in 10 minutes, so there's no point in me going in. I'll be only in and back out. So I just want to have a little wander around. This place I'm going to go to tomorrow though, for sure. Can I go this way? I guess so. Yeah, so all around these streets on the other side are all going to be like, what you call it, restaurants, scenic areas. You can see people are dressed up here, so they were obviously getting their photos taken in the temple. So, plan for today really is just to eat. That's all. Actually, in the hostel they have a bar, and from 6 to 8 they've got happy hour for Panda beer. So you buy one beer, get one free. So it's very possible that I'll end up having a beer. Well, having two technically. You can see people have been selling all stuff here. Books, leaflets. Construction work behind me, what a shock. Actually, in the lobby of the hostel, it's a cafe as well, like cafe bar. So it's pretty lively, like a nice atmosphere. I don't mean, it's not loud or anything, but it's a lot nice, you know, it's like a normal cafe. But I actually saw a few Westerners, so probably end up chatting with them later over a beer. Of course, the buy one get one free could be a trick, because I don't know how much one costs. It probably costs the same as two beers, so I'm probably not actually gaining. But look, if I'm gonna buy one beer, I'll take the second one that comes along with it, you know. I think it might be a craft beer, locally made. I think that's why they have a panda beer, because Chengdu is famous as a panda sanctuary reservation nearby. Well, nearby, it's in the mountains, but I mean the whole province of Szechuan. So that's why it's probably called panda beer. So this is the entranceway into the temple, but it is closed, so I'll come back here tomorrow. You can see you've got the monk out keeping an eye on all the people going by, making sure nobody's coming in late. Actually, the guy at the reception said to me they get a lot of international tourists here, because I said to him, you know, since I've been in China I don't see a lot of Westerners. He said, yeah, well, there's certain parts that are like more catered for Westerners, like Shanghai, Beijing obviously, and here, because of the whole panda thing, they also get quite a few tourists trying to go to the reservations and, you know, that kind of thing. So it's a busy street up here and it goes around to the left. I'm gonna head that way now. We will take a little walk down the folk street though. Nice, isn't it? Nice little entrance way in. Of course, the monastery is still in here, so I've just come around. Part of the monastery. I don't know what it is, but when you're walking down these streets with the big red walls on the side, it does kind of make you feel like you're walking like back in time. I don't know why, even though all it is a painted wall, but there's something about the colour of it and what you think of like ancient Asian streets and cities, you know. It's that red colour. So you can see it's closed anyway now. Yeah, closed 2 minutes ago. Those kind of shops are extremely popular here. The lottery. I don't really know why. I mean, it's only scratch cards, but I guess they're really hopeful, aren't they? I suppose if it's anything like the lotto, where it builds up over time, if there's no winner, the amount of people in China that are going to be buying them and the amount of money that it's going to go up in value each time it's not won. Maybe that's the reason why they keep buying it. More spicy foods. You can see everyone selling the little trinkets, the bracelets.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
All the little shops selling chicken. Busy street, isn't it? Magnets. See, of course, you always get that one person that shouts hello, and chances are it's the only word in English that they know. I'm not sure why they've got a turtle here. Yeah, but they just shout hello because it's just to get your attention, and then it's the only English word they can say, so they try and wrap you in to buy something from them. Can't blame them. It's a good trick. It probably works most of the time. Ain't working on me. Well, so far it hasn't worked on me. It might work on me eventually if someone can say more than hello. Fantastic theatre. It's not just good, it's fantastic. Now, I'm not sure what this place is. I've seen it a few times, but I think it might be the equivalent of like KFC in China, although they have KFC here now. I'm going to be walking a couple of lads dancing and singing beside me. I think they're filming a music video. Maybe they're very famous. Maybe I should tell them that I know PewDiePie. No, I won't tell them that. They might feel like they're worth nothing then after that. Did I tell you that I know PewDiePie? Oh no. Look, I don't want to talk about it. The less said, the better. So the Sichuan province is known for hot pot. Hot pot is a dish where you're provided with the meat and potatoes and vegetables on the side, uncooked. And in the middle of the table you've got this boiling inferno of chili oil, and it's just this big melting pot. And you put the stuff in yourself and you cook it the way you want it and you take it out. But I haven't had it, but it's supposed to be extremely spicy. So that's why it's famous in this region. Of course, it'd be very well to see what you'd look like as a panda. You can always just try out a load of these attractions that are along the way. Honestly, with all the things they eat in China, I'm surprised they don't eat panda. Maybe if it was non-endangered, they might. I wouldn't put it past them, let's just say that. Everything here is panda themed. See? Everything. They're really marketing it. And then beside the panda decorations, you've got influences from Japan. You've got Lawson. Bet you their egg sandwiches are not nice here though. I already know they're not. I've had one. In behind those big red doors, it's a nunnery, believe it or not. There's a relatively big Christian population here in Chengdu. They've got a Catholic church here somewhere. But I don't know where exactly, but I know they have a big one that you can visit. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if that opens. It's not open now, of course, but there are grounds to it that you can technically go into, because there's a map that says there's a drum tower and there's all sorts of towers and statues. So I'm guessing there's parts or certain times that you can go in, but unfortunately now it's shut. But anyway, life goes on. Now, one of the huge differences that you'll notice compared to when you're traveling around Japan, in China there's an awful lot of fruit and vegetable shops, and the fruit is cheap compared to in Japan. In Japan, fruit in the shops is very expensive for some reason. I guess the climate doesn't allow it to grow, or the soil, they don't have the right soil. I don't know really. Kids going crazy. Well, they're messing with each other, they're not actually sad. But yeah, so there's a lot of fruit and vegetable shops here. I have no idea what I ordered, but I ordered this. I think it's called Dang Dang. I'm not sure if it's... I'm gonna try it out anyway. Wish me luck. They're noodles but in square shapes. So it is a noodle, just happens to be in the shape of with beef. Oh, it's lovely. It's not too spicy either, which is perfect. Okay, so I might have made a mistake. I thought when you order the noodles, you order the noodles and like a topping, but it turns out that I ordered 2 little dishes. I'm sure it's going to be very tasty. I'll try out the second one. They look very unspicy, but you ever get a feeling that looks can be deceiving? Can't even smell garlic. Steamed up glasses. They're hot though. They look cold actually. There is cold options you can get. Okay. So. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I made the mistake of not storing them. And now I know. If I see something at the bottom, I always store them. I'm very red, aren't I? Just sunburn, I think. So these are garlic noodles. So I think I can use that and dip them in towards the end on them. I have to say, I'm struggling with the spiciness of it. Every food in this region is spicy, basically. I mean, there are sweets and stuff like that you can get, but the majority of the food is spicy food. So I'm gonna struggle. Usually I'm okay with spicy food, but this is on a whole other level. Everyone else is eating, little kids are eating it all. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. Good one. Yeah, struggled with that. Anyway, I'm gonna head back now, have a beer, relax, and just, yeah, chill out. So I'm gonna combine this into tomorrow's video. There's no point in me making just this 5-minute bloody video. I'm just passing it off as one video. Let's go again in the morning. I'm going to a market tomorrow that has over 10,000 workers in it. Apparently they sell everything. It's like a, what would you call it, like a wholesalers mixed with non-wholesalers, if you get me. It does both, so 10,000 staff. Should be interesting, right? I might pick up something when I'm there. I might pick up a new pair of shoes if I find some cheap ones. Now of course, when you pay cheap you're not going to get great quality, but look, just going to try it out and see if there's anything decent. Catch you in the morning. So this street that I'm coming down now seems to be like the utility street, so you've got fans, shops selling light bulbs, bathroom fittings back there, more fans across the road, plugs, electronics. So they kind of sell everything that you might need for your house. There's a lot of fans, so that's because the guy in the hostel said that apparently here in like the middle of summer it gets very hot and humid, so, and no sunshine, so I'm guessing it's horrible. But luckily I won't be here to experience that. Lucky and unlucky, I suppose it's part of the experience, isn't it? More fans. So, I mean, they're all along, light bulbs, rice cookers. So it seems to be a street just that they're selling all household appliances and bits and bobs that you might need. Let's check out this floor of one of the buildings here. It's all clothing stores, 30 yuan, so about 2.20, 2.30, €2.30 for some of the clothes. Some of them are more expensive, of course, in different shops, but more down there. Let's walk. Hold on. Is this the middle of like a shopping centre here? Seems like it. Okay, okay, I didn't know this was here then. So I guess this is another floor down here. Socks selling, hats, skirts. There we go, and have a little wander around anyway, but just interested to see what else they sell. Let's take a little walk around the outside part because it's a bit humid inside, a bit sticky, you know. Now, as I said, I'm looking for a knockoff pair of shoes. Let's see if I can find some that actually look okay, just for the fun of it, you know. See how cheap you can get like fake Hokas or fake Salomon, you know. Let's check this shoe shop over here first. So the shoes they're selling here are not sporty type. They're more like casual, you know. Not bad, but not what I'm looking for. Clothes everywhere. That's where I came from. Well, I looped around that way. Funny enough, in Chengdu, not as many people stare at me. I think they do get more Western tourists here, so they're a bit more used to it, which is nice. And not that I care that much, but it's still nice that you're not this big circus attraction. I've seen more shoe shops now. There's a shoe shop selling what I'm assuming are fake Onitsuka tigers, the famous Japanese Mexico 66 yellow brand that you can only get in Japan, but I'm imagining that these are not authentic. There's no price tag on them, so apparently when you're here you have to kind of bargain with them a little bit, you know, as you'd expect. There's a little dog up ahead as well. Shoe shop, clothes shop, a little doggy. See everything in these little shopping centres. So this whole shopping complex is just bloody massive. Honestly, each floor is just sprawled out. So many different shops selling clothes. I think on the upper floor is a bit more fancy clothes that are probably real because they're more expensive, but you've got everything, honestly. Must have been about 300 shops just in that little floor. Weird. Now I'm coming into another part where it's like lingerie. I didn't expect this, but hey, it's just where I ended up. Panda jackets. Oh, God. Everything. This might be just a women's section, but we'll walk along and check it out anyway. Looks like the women's section. All sorts. Well, that's like a little souvenir shop of sorts. This is the part I was looking down on from up here, I think. They do sell everything. Got a doggy here, a little fat doggy. Toys, kids' toys, everything. Underwear for men. I think it's underwear for men. Honestly, I can't even describe how big this place is. Just endless hallways of shops selling everything. Hoovers, rice cookers, underwear, sports clothes, clothes hangers. Don't even some shops selling dummies. Now it is a wholesale place, so I guess they sell dummies to other shops to display their clothing on, but still It's weird when you're walking around and you see them selling like mannequins. It's just never ending. I'm eating and drinking peach juice with chunks of peaches in it. Very tasty. Unfortunately, my search for knockoff runners was unsuccessful. Although, then again, they did have a great selection if you were looking for Puma or Adidas brand. If you're looking for them, you've got a great selection of t-shirts and old shorts and tracksuit bottoms, but I wasn't on the lookout for Adidas, unfortunately, so unsuccessful. But you know what I gotta do? Gotta take a walk to the monastery area now. It's not far. Let's check it out. Actually quite interested in that place. Just shop after shop after shop. And you know, it says there's about 10,000 staff in the area working at it. But the thing is, they're not all technically staff, because a lot of the people that work there and they have their families there as well. So they're all sitting outside the stalls, like at little tables, eating lunch together, and you know, it's quite interesting. But they weren't selling what I needed, unfortunately, so I'll head to the monastery and check it out. Finally into the grounds of the Wenshu Monastery. Look at this. Finally into the grounds of the Wenshu Monastery. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? I'm going to take a little walk around and then I'll tell you a little bit about what the area is, bits and pieces of information. Well, I'll tell you whatever I know, which is not an awful lot, to be honest. Don't know what this is. It's a big turtle. Check that out. You know what, you can actually feel the heat off it, believe it or not, even though they're only little candles, but it's the combination of them all. There must be a bloody couple of thousand of them there. Jade Buddha Hall. There's another Buddha over here, but I'm not really sure what this one is. Another Buddha. Now this monastery was actually constructed in 605, so 1500 years ago. Although in the 900s, no, the 1300s, sorry, it burned down mostly. And it was fully reconstructed in the 1700s. It was built during the Sui dynasty. It's very nice. You know, actually there's two national treasures kept here. Funny enough, both of them are bones. So one of them is the bone supposed to be of one of Buddha's, one of the gods, his finger bone. And the second one is of a Buddhist monk who went to India and translated the Buddhist script from Sanskrit to Chinese. So yeah, a couple of cultural relics here, a couple of bones. Weird, isn't it? A couple of lovely buildings on the site. Then of course you have this monk coming along. Let's take a little walk into the green area. It's very green, isn't it? There's construction going on behind, outside the area of the temple, of the monastery. But yeah, although the buildings were rebuilt after fire in the 1300s, the grounds itself has stayed basically intact from what it was. Look at this bloody building coming up, holy crap. You probably can't see it as well now as I can, but you will. Yeah, so I guess this is where the monks and the staff of the monastery live and lived through the years that it was active, and still is active, I suppose. There's still monks here working. It's fascinating. I love in these temples and monastery grounds where they've got so many small buildings, like that pagoda there, like this smaller one here. They're all just dotted around. Okay, this monster, hold on, let me go to the front and try and get a better view, but yeah, it's quite fascinating. I do like it. And I'm the only Westerner visiting here. I guess the Westerners from the hostel have already been here. I don't know if there's anything inside or... Oh, I don't think I can go down there. Staff only, okay. That's alright then, at least I know. Don't want to break the rules in a monastery. That would be pretty bad, wouldn't it? Anyway, look, get a load of this temple here. Oh, 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 oh. Ain't that impressive? So this is the main worship area. I think the service is over, so we're allowed to actually walk in closer. That would be quite interesting. Well, I was about to go in to the temple. When I finished, you can go in and there's a second floor that you can walk up to and look around, but there's a sign outside just as you go in saying please dress respectfully, and you know, don't wear shorts and stuff. And of course I'm wearing shorts, so I said no, look, I won't go in. I'd rather not be disrespectful. I might go in tomorrow and throw on a pair of bottoms, trousers. So let's see. Yeah, just didn't want to be disrespectful, basically. That's all. It's not that difficult to just say, oh, you know what, I'll just come back. But yeah, it's a lovely little area to walk around. Do you know what, it would be perfect if there was like, well, maybe it is a bigger area and you just can't get there with the construction that's on, but it'd be perfect if there was benches or some little area that you could sit down and read, or you know, something like that, just to relax, especially around like a Buddhist temple. It's probably the best place to relax. Lovely flowers over here. And bamboo. Whoa, nearly fell. And bamboo over here, yeah. These lovely flowers. And there is benches up there, but of course there's not many of them. And it looks like a little graveyard of sorts. I'm not sure. I'll check out the flowers first and then we'll go back around that way. Nice, aren't they? Don't know if you can see them, but all along the bank here, these little turtles, are probably tortoise. No, tortoise, I don't know. Tortoise can't swim, something like that. I don't know. One of them. Guess they're turtles. And I think it goes without saying that, you know, when you come through these like older districts in a lot of Chinese cities, and not all of them, but a lot of them, they are built like that. It's not that they're preserved. They are just built in that style. There's a couple of places, there is a few that are UNESCO World Heritage Sites that are not rebuilt. They are kept or preserved, but I haven't been to them yet. But we might get there. We might. It's very possible. It's green area. On the way back to the main, I guess the main area. Nice. Buddhist Education Centre. Just came out into this big main square or something. More Buddhas. These are small little temples. Well, I'm not going to go in because no photos. From here I think it's okay. But yeah, I actually thought I was coming to the exit there, but no. I found more and more. This monastery, during the war against Japanese aggression, this monastery actually provided rescue support training from the monastic teams here to help out during the war. It's pretty interesting for a Buddhist temple, isn't it? You know? This is the main hall, the end of the monastery, and not in the worship hall. This is the main kind of praising hall, I guess. It's the same thing, you're not allowed to take photos of it. Not when you're up close to it, but like I say, take them from a bit further back, I'm sure you get away with it. No one has said anything to me yet. But as you're going along, it's lined with these lovely corridors all the way up. On each side, also over there. All kinds of artwork and that kind of thing all along the side. Well, that was just a look at one of the 4 prominent Buddhist temples and monasteries along the Yangtze River Basin. So it's very important in Chinese Buddhist culture, that area. Anyway, I'll head back. Hope you enjoyed that. Well, not that there was an awful lot to see, it was just me talking, mostly. But anyway, it's something that you've probably never seen before. So I will catch you in the next one. Bye.